The UFC's lightweight division is fantastic. It's arguably the best division in the entirety of the UFC. I personally think it goes to bantamweight, but that's a close second. And most people seem to think that actually 155 is the best division in the UFC, the hardest. It has a lot of stars in it. It's fantastic. I love everything about it. It's a great division. However, there's one problem, and that is the problem that Khabib Nurmagomedov is absent now, and he's retiring for good. He's not coming back. Dana White tried everything to get him back. I'll tell you why this is a problem in just a second, but of course, we know that Khabib's not coming back. He's a man of his word. I truthfully believe it. Even, I know a lot of fighters say that they're retiring, and then they come out of retirement a few years later. He's like, I got the fire again. For Khabib, I think it's different because he was so close to it with his father. You get the point. If you would know Khabib's character, at least of what he puts on, his persona online, I believe him. I really do. I believe we are never seeing him again. Here's the problem. He was the most dominant champion in UFC history. He didn't even lose a round. And that's even up for debate. The one round that he lost against Conor McGregor, that's even up for debate. A lot of people think that he's never lost a round in the UFC. He's been so dominant. He hasn't had a close fight. The only time we've seen him on skates a little bit is when Poirier hit him, but then he took care of that. It wasn't even a problem. So we have this guy who is a long reigning title holder still in his prime, and he would probably beat everybody in the division, to be honest with you. Charles Oliveira is now the champion, and a lot of people still, it's been helping a little bit since his last win, but a lot of people still don't look at Charles Oliveira as the champion. It's just he's filling in the shoes for Khabib. It's different because you could compare this to Jon Jones when he left the division and maybe left the UFC. We don't know if he's ever going to fight again, but regardless, Jon Jones was beatable. A lot of people think he lost that fight to Reyes, and a lot of people think that the competition in the division have improved, and we go, okay, you know what, Yuri, Glover, you can really pick anybody. This person can beat Jon Jones. It wasn't like that for Khabib. So the division for 205 moved on. It's not like that for Khabib. He was in his prime. He was so dominant. He didn't even have a close fight, and nobody in the division that it can really beat him. Nobody believes that there's a contender in the division that could beat him. So that shadow will always be over the division. Was he as good with Khabib? And you could say the same thing about GSP at welterweight. I personally believe that Kamaru Usman would stomp GSP. It wouldn't even be a close fight. I feel like Kamaru Usman would take care of him, no problem. And that's the problem. That's the thing. There's a lot of contenders at 170, and we also saw GSP lose. We know he's not untouchable. Khabib, nobody's untouchable, of course. One shot could always change a fight, but he looked untouchable, and we haven't even seen him have that close fight. If we saw him have a close fight against somebody, maybe if Gaethje had a really close fight with Khabib, the shadow wouldn't be laying over the division like this. People are looking down, okay, it's just a placeholder for Khabib. Khabib is a true 155 champion, and it'll probably be like that for years to come, and you'll have to go a couple decades until people start to forget about Khabib. But then again, he's so into it. He's coaching. We have Islam Makhachev. He's so closely related to UFC that the name's not going to be forgotten. And that's really unfortunate because Charles Oliveira, I always thought personally that the matchup with him against Khabib was the most interesting matchup you could make at lightweight. Could he have won? Absolutely, he could have won. Would he have? Probably not. I thought Poirier would give Khabib a little bit of a problem, and with Gaethje, I actually picked Gaethje to win. I thought Gaethje would hit hard enough to shut his lights off and maybe chop the legs down a little bit. His wrestling defense, but it could be took care of him. It was absolutely no problem. So the shadow is over the division, and it will be for a very, very long time. And that's the problem. We will need a brand new contender. Maybe Islam's that guy. We need a brand new contender who looks just as untouchable to even start talking about that, where it's this guy could be better than Khabib. This guy's more dominant than Khabib. Well, right now, we don't have anybody there. Islam, it could be. If he wins against Dariush, maybe he'll get there. But that's the problem, guys. I want to know what you think about all this. Do you think that this is a problem? Do you think the division moves on? Do you consider Charles Oliveira the true champion? I personally do. I really do. Khabib gave up the title, and that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that, especially from a casual, the casuals will think, okay, Khabib's the best. I'd love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here and enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button, help out the channel, and subscribe if you're brand new. If you want to check the description down below, go check out my other channel. I make a gaming channel. It's way bigger than this one. So if you didn't like any of that, go feel free to check it out. Thank you for watching, guys. Comment down below. I will see you in the next video. Take care.
What's up, everybody? King Triple C here. The Olympic champ, the flyweight champ, and the bantamweight champion of the world. In other words, that's right, the GOAT. Anyhow, you guys remember to subscribe to Clen on YouTube before Triple C tax that ass. Anyhow, Triple C's out.